popcorn movie, a film that is perceived as entertaining but lacking in depth or artistic merit. Hey there, creepy peeps. Welcome to my channel. If you are new here, welcome back. If you are returning, hi, hello. Happy to see you again. As you have seen from the title, I'm going to be talking about my favorite popcorn horror movies. Really quick though, before we get into that, a both necessary and unnecessary disclaimer. Obviously, my picks are my own personal opinions. If you know, one of the movies I talk about is a movie that you think has depth or artistic merit and you really love, that's great. It really is. Feel free to tell me about it in a normal and civilized way in the comments. Also, let's just remember the definition of a popcorn movie. I'm not saying that these films are bad. By definition, I find them extremely entertaining. So I in no way, shape, or form hate any of these movies, and there will be some movies that pop up in here that I've talked about many times and you guys know I love if you've been on the channel for at least some period of time. So there is no hate towards these movies, only love. That being said, let's talk about some horror movies. First up is Night of the Demons from 1988, which follows a Halloween party gone wrong and some teens hold a seance in a funeral parlor. Pretty straightforward. It's not the most profound horror movie or thought-provoking, but that's not the point of popcorn horror movies. It's a cheesy as hell 80s flick that features some pretty iconic outfits and hairstyles, not gonna lie. It's got corny, really corny dialogue and some actually pretty good practical effects that have mostly held up and stood the test of time. It's kind of trashy, it's kind of cheap, but it's so entertaining to watch. It's so quotable, and it's one of those movies that, you know, you just have to watch at a certain time of year, meaning Halloween time. It's fun. It's fun. I'm gonna say that a lot in this video. Next up is Cursed from 2005, which follows a group of young adults dealing with a werewolf running loose in Los Angeles. Not Wes Craven's best, I openly admit. I love the man, goddess rest his soul, but this is not his best. Behind the scenes, really quick, this movie did suffer from a lot of problems, tons of rewrites. People were cast, they shot a whole bunch of scenes for the movie, and then like a year would go by and they were recast and new actors brought in and they like completely reshot it. It's a whole mess. And you can tell that in the movie. The movie feels like it's something that was thrown together at the last minute, and honestly, a lot of it probably was. The CG is awful, just truly awful, but somehow is extremely entertaining to watch. It's almost a masterpiece in how messy this movie is. I know that makes no sense, but if you've seen it and you enjoy the movie, maybe you get what I'm saying. There's so much wrong with the movie if you're watching it with a critical eye, but invite some friends over, get some snacks, get some beer, and you're bound to have like one of the funnest movie night experiences ever. I think my patrons and I like watched this for one of our monthly movie nights also, and it was just like a fun as fuck time. Next is Planet Terror from 2007, Robert Rodriguez's contribution to his Grindhouse collab with Quentin Tarantino. Planet Terror is this batshit crazy movie following a virus outbreak in a small town. That one sentence summary sounds normal enough, but this movie is anything but normal. Got Marley Shelton and her friends, Quentin Tarantino's dick melting off, and Rose McGowan with a machine gun for a leg. A deep and philosophical art house film, this is not, but it's easily one of like my go-to feel good horror movies. I whip this out every time I need something like mindless and entertaining to watch. Maybe if I've had a bad day or I'm just not in a good mood. This is one of the top movies that I will put on to restore my good mood, to entertain me, to make me laugh, to show me a good time. It's got a hell of a cast. It's actually pretty stylish, I'm not gonna lie, and I don't know if that then makes it less of a popcorn horror movie by definition, but I don't know. It's just fun to watch. That's the whole point. It's just fun to watch. Then we have Dead Alive from 1992. I almost didn't want to put this one in here. This movie was kind of the reason for my disclaimer. Not that I've gotten hate about talking about this movie at all, because I love this movie. It's one of my all-time favorites. But I just mean, I thought like people might get offended that I was calling this like a popcorn horror movie or something. I don't know why. I'm just paranoid. You guys know why Dead Alive is awesome. I don't really need to explain it to you, but it just is. It's a bloody, gory mess in the best possible way. An undead massacre scene featuring a lawnmower? Check. Kicking ass for the Lord? Check. Creamy custard? Check. The movie is absolutely ridiculous. Y'all have and the practical effects are just like fun as fuck, and just the most like the craziest shit anybody has ever thought of. I feel like every time I watch this movie and I see some of the practical effects that happen, like the head splitting and things like that, I'm just like, who the fuck thinks of this? I don't know who thinks of stuff like this, but I'm so happy that there are people out in the world that come up with things like this. And finally, a movie that none of y'all are gonna be surprised that I have included, and that is Queen of the Damned from 2002. This movie is so bad, y'all. It's so bad. And I haven't even read Anne Rice's novel that this is based off of, and like having not even read it, I know that this is a horrible adaptation. I know it is. It's the corniest, it's the cheesiest, it's just a really bad movie. And yet I love it so much. Stuart Townsend, hot. Aaliyah, goddess rest her soul, hot. The outfits, iconic. The soundtrack slaps even harder than the Twilight soundtrack. It's bad. It's almost to the point, I can't believe I'm gonna say this sentence, but it's almost to the point where I kind of don't even want to read the novel because I feel like it's gonna ruin the movie for me. I don't know if anybody's even uttered that sentence, period, let alone in reference to Queen of the Damned. So there you have it. Those are my top 5 popcorn horror movies. I want to know what your favorite popcorn horror movies are in the comment section down below, please, if you would. Maybe I'll start like a letterbox list of everything you guys tell me, and then any ones I haven't seen, I'll give them a watch. I want to say a quick thank you to my patrons for their support of my channel. If you want to find out the perks to being a creepy patron peep, you can follow that link in the description. I do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps me out. Subscribe if you're new here. Become a creepy peep today. I post videos Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And you can ring that notification bell down there to maybe be notified whenever I post a video. Does it work? Who knows? Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, stay strange. Bye!